Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because what you're about to hear isn't just surprising, it's borderline unbelievable. Imagine this. Remy Ma, often praised as the queen of resilience, may have pulled off one of the boldest deceptions in hip-hop history. That dramatic ICU scare, the emotional hospital visits, the flood of prayers and viral hashtags. What if none of it was real? Fasten your seatbelts because whistleblowers are coming forward with claims that could rival the plot of a low-budget drama. Was Remy truly battling for her life? Or was the real fight to win back Papoose's love? Leaked audio recordings, insider nurse confessions, and some oddly timed social media updates suggest that Remy Ma may have staged her entire medical emergency, all to emotionally manipulate Papoose into falling for her again. Who needs Cupid? When a rented hospital room and a fake IV drip will do the trick? But don't stress, we're unpacking every chaotic twist you were never meant to find out. And once you realize how far this story really goes, you'll never see those ICU selfies the same way again. Let's get right into the chaos. The moment news broke that Remy Ma had been rushed to the ICU, the hip-hop scene came to a standstill. There were tears, non-stop prayers, and hashtags lighting up the internet. It felt like the entire world was having an emotional breakdown in real time. Pray for Remy went viral. Celebs flooded timelines with crying selfies. Fans held candlelight vigils. Even folks who barely knew her were posting like they'd just lost a close family member. But behind those sterile hospital curtains, behind the beeping machines and imaginary background violins, there was no tragedy. There was strategy. And it was all allegedly orchestrated by none other than Remy Ma herself. Because while the public mourned, insiders claim Remy was quietly scheming. Thanks to a trail of leaked texts, unseen security footage, and a very loose-lipped hospital staffer we'll refer to as Nurse T, the whole ICU drama might have been less about survival and more about a performance worthy of Hollywood. So, ready for the tea? Hold on tight, because this story goes way beyond just a fake hospital stunt. Insiders close to the Bronx rapper say that when Remy Ma's marriage to Papoose began crumbling, with all the messy arguments, cheating allegations, and whispers about secret rendezvous, she reached a breaking point. She wanted him back. She wanted to remind him of the love they once shared. And reportedly, she was willing to go to extreme lengths to do it, even faking a medical emergency. But why stage an ICU crisis? Why not just write a heartfelt note or post a teary-eyed video on Instagram? Because in Remy's eyes, only a near-death scenario could pierce through Papoose's pride and anger. Only the thought of losing her could pull him back in. And for a while, it actually worked. Papoose was seen rushing into the hospital, visibly emotional with swollen eyes. He dropped gigs, canceled events, and stayed by her bedside night after night. Online, he poured out his heart, calling her his eternal love and asking fans to keep her in their prayers. It wasn't love. It was a performance worthy of an award. But this is where things started to fall apart. Eyes. A nurse, known only as T, began noticing odd details, like how Remy's heart monitor would beep even when it was unplugged, or how she would subtly adjust her oxygen mask when no one was looking, or how her so-called visitation limits seemed to vanish every time certain paparazzi showed up. Then, the breaking point. Nurse T allegedly overheard Remy giggling, yes, giggling, on a secret phone call saying, and I quote, "Girl, he's totally falling for it. Men are so easy." Flushed face. Seriously, you couldn't make this up. The word spread like wildfire. Whispers turned into full-blown rumors. Security footage revealed Remy sitting up, texting away, only to quickly lay down and act weak whenever Papoose walked into the room. And then, the most shocking leak of all, a hospital bill. Turns out, the ICU room wasn't booked by any doctor. It wasn't assigned out of any medical urgency. It was rented, like a luxury suite at a high-end hotel. According to insiders, Remy Ma allegedly paid cash up front to rent a simulation room, a space used for medical training. It wasn't a real ICU with life-saving machines. It was more like a movie set with flashing lights and bad acting. It came from a shell company tied to Remy's business manager. Was that a coincidence? Probably not. Meanwhile, Papoose was emotionally pleading with doctors to save her, not realizing the only thing the medical staff needed to do was Activate the smoke machine and adjust the pillows. Welcome to Remy Ma's ICU Love Trap 101, Broken Heart Edition. And trust me, this only gets messier from here. As rumors about the staged ICU drama spread, things started to get more suspicious. While fans continued to post prayers and emotional messages, others began to ask the uncomfortable questions. Why were there no official updates from hospital staff? Why did the visitor logs mysteriously disappear? And why did Remy's makeup always look freshly done in every photo? The story was unraveling and the cracks were getting harder to ignore. And then the leaks started pouring in. First up, the audio tapes, reportedly recorded by a night shift nurse who couldn't keep quiet anymore. In these tapes, you can hear Remy casually joking with her friends, saying, "I got Pap crying like a baby, mission almost complete. And wait till he brings me that new chain I asked for. Being sick is a full-time job." Just when you thought it couldn't get any more brazen, Remy essentially turned her ICU fraud into a side gig. But that wasn't even the worst of it. Leaked hospital memos revealed that staff had raised serious concerns about Remy's supposed condition. Her vital signs showed no abnormalities. There was no evidence of trauma, infection, or distress. And most shockingly, her team had asked to stage emergency situations for social media. Yes, you heard that right. Remy's management allegedly requested to stage emergency scenes for the cameras. One memo even mentioned, patient's entourage requested a CPR simulation for social media. Request denied. Meanwhile, fans who once adored Remy were now turning on her. Twitter erupted, Instagram caught fire, TikTok went into overdrive. Hashtags like Chalk Remy scam, Sharks ICU gate, and Chalk prayers for what started trending within hours. One TikTok user even posted a side-by-side comparison of real ICU footage versus Remy's, pointing out oddities like her flawless makeup, perfectly manicured nails, and the lack of bruising. The video gained 12 million views in just one day. Public figures didn't hold back either. Charlemagne Tha God mocked her on The Breakfast Club, saying Remy didn't need a miracle. She needed an Oscar. Joe Budden joked on his podcast, "Just give her a BT award for Best Fictional Drama." And 50 Cent, always ready for a laugh, posted a meme of Remy in a hospital bed with the caption, "When you love drama more than oxygen." But Remy wasn't just facing online backlash. Whispers from anonymous sources, supposedly insiders at the hospital, began hinting at potential criminal investigations. Because here's the reality. Faking a medical emergency isn't just a mess, it's a crime. Authorities allegedly started looking into the situation. Was there fraud? Were insurance companies billed for non-existent treatments? Were hospital resources misused? Did her staged emergency take vital ICU care away from real patients? And if you thought Remy's issues stopped there, think again. Papoose, the man she had risked everything for, began to figure things out. He stopped posting updates. He stopped visiting her in the hospital. Sources claim he even started consulting with lawyers to get to the bottom of what had really happened. The fairy tale reunion that Remy had been counting on? It was falling apart. Fast. And fans weren't exactly sympathetic. The betrayal hit hard. One fan posted, "I prayed for you. I cried for you. You turned your hospital bed into a movie. Set. I'm done." Another user commented, "You faked death for clout. Nah sis, you need therapy and Jesus." A viral meme nailed the chaos. A photo of a hospital bed captioned, "New season of Power looking real realistic," because even 50 Cent couldn't write this mess better. YouTube sleuths went wild, analyzing every clip and photo like it was a crime scene. The verdict? This wasn't bad PR, it was career suicide. Then came the bombshell. A second hospital insider leaked documents proving Remy Ma's ICU stay was planned. We're talking contracts, payment receipts, even staff scripts. This wasn't a medical emergency, it was a marketing stunt. The internet had already canceled her, and the memes had buried her career, but Remy Ma's real nightmare was just starting. The leaked contracts didn't just spark outrage, they brought legal heat. Lawyers, federal investigators, and even the FBI's Public Corruption Task Force were now circling. Anonymous sources and leaked emails claimed multiple agencies were digging into alleged insurance fraud. Though she paid privately for a staged ICU stay, reports say some fake procedures were billed to insurance. One investigator called it textbook fraud, prison-worthy. And as for support, even Papoose had dipped. From rap royalty to legal catastrophe in record time. Sources say Papoose quietly moved out just 2 days after the scandal broke. Worse, he allegedly filed for legal separation and full custody of their youngest child, citing emotional harm and reckless public behavior. Leaked court docs claimed Remy's staged ICU stunt created a toxic environment for their family. The fallout was brutal. Friends distanced themselves, business deals vanished, and sponsors pulled out. One brand's email read, "We can't associate with public deception." Remy's response? A teary interview on a minor gossip blog, blaming miscommunication and insisting she was really sick. But the public wasn't buying it. 2 words summed it up. Too late. He comment section roasted her harder than a Thanksgiving turkey. She faked death for clout. "Girl, I see you. Lying," one user wrote. TikTok exploded with the Talk Remy challenge, mock ICU skits and partygoers in hospital gowns. Even Netflix parodied it with Emergency Room, the remix. But just as sympathy seemed possible, an insurance company filed a $2 million lawsuit citing fraud and reputational damage. A lawyer said, "This isn't just lying, it's an attack on the healthcare system." Now, rumors say federal charges are coming. If convicted, Remy Ma faces prison time, massive fines, and lifetime insurance ineligibility. From rap queen to courtroom drama, fast. Fans are still watching, but now it's like witnessing a slow-motion car crash you just can't look away from. Once celebrated for her powerful comeback, from prison to platinum hits, Remy Ma has become the cautionary tale of how quickly loyalty, legacy, and love can unravel with one reckless decision. And Papoose? He's thriving, traveling, launching mentorship programs, and posting cryptic quotes like, "Never be so loyal that you betray yourself." Ouch. In the end, Remy didn't just fake a medical emergency, she faked her way out of everything she once stood for. No staged photo op can revive her credibility now. The ICU stunt may have been shocking, but the aftermath? Pure devastation. From rap queen to PR disaster, this was a fall straight into oblivion. But here's the real question. Can Remy Ma bounce back from a betrayal this deep? Can Papoose ever forgive a heart that faked breaking just to hold on? Or is this the true end of their loyalty story? Let us know what you think in the comments. Was she desperate or dangerous? Don't forget to like, subscribe to Gossip Spill TV, and ring that bell, because this scandal is far from over.